Welcome back, baby dolls. I'm giving you another special update. I am still under attack from the Matrix. That's not even my final form. Ethereum, 3,000 American dollars, cranking on higher through. We've got quite a while to go, friends. I have been absolutely getting smashed from the Matrix, but I've got a secret weapon, all right? Huh? You think you can take on me? We're going to do this again. We're ready for round 2. Now, Ethereum. This $3,200 zone is still nothing. Why? Price discovery, friends. We need Ethereum above that $4,000 because just so you know what actually happens, right? Because what's going to happen is you're going to see like, oh, why? Because people check this stuff day to day, right? And all the normies are going to come out. You got family-friendly normies and stuff. They're like, oh, but I saw a positive news article for Bitcoin. It said it's the all-time high. Why isn't my bags going up? Well, now you know why, right? You got to go through Ethereum, friends. Ethereum under $3,800 is still very racist, extraordinarily racist out here. Once it's above there, then you definitely know the institutions are in and they're hungry. They want yield, they want shortcakes, they want pancakes, they want jelly beans, they want marshmallows, they want absolutely everything. They're hunting yield, but Ethereum below that price point pretty much means nothing, okay? Because what's what happens, friends. There are institutions in early now, but once they start to get a bit on side, that's when they bring out the bowl haircut Asian slave kids in the office, and they start writing the articles, and they say, Ethereum's going to $485,000. Once they start writing junk like that, they get the other institutions in just to see what happens, right? And then when they start to push the price up, now they're not going to hold that long, but you don't need them to, okay? You don't need them to at all. You just need them to get in and say, oh, did you miss Bitcoin? Come into Ethereum. That's what we need. Now, what we're all actually really waiting for, friends, is the biggest ratio of all in the cryptocurrency industry. That is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is starting slowly, slightly ticking down. And it looks like so obvious in real time when you're looking at it now. But trust me, all the Bitcoin maxis, they're still not going to rotate. You want to know why? Because it's the boy who cried wolf. Because we said it like 15 times before. And they go, oh, well, if I listen to you, I'd be dirt poor by now, you know? So no one's going to listen, okay, until it's too late. This is the ratio, Bitcoin dominance, okay? Obviously, Bitcoin versus altcoins. This thing, friends, just so you can see, there are all these latecomers that came in and bought Bitcoin after Trump, okay? Trump's election. We have to unwind all of these. That's like round 1, okay? You unwind all these cucks, and then they're like, oh, this is good. It's okay. We're like back to our entry, all right? But what they don't know is, bro, this thing's been going on for 4 years. You literally came at the top, but they don't know it's the top yet, okay? So after we get that, we've got to go for round 2 where we come all the way down here. And then we'll see what happens after that point, okay? Hopefully we do continue lower. Look, as well, friends, Bitcoin dominance, bro, had 4 years of up only, okay? So I know like I'm expecting a big emphatic push for the altcoins. I just don't know if we can reverse all of that in like one candle though, which might mean that we're just going to run longer than we think. It could be that, friends. You know, run into, that'd be wild. There's a pattern we've never seen before. But actually now I look at it, we have. Pardon me. We have not seen 2 red years in a row of Bitcoin dominance. Except Donald Pump's cycle. Whoa. First time here, friends. I think we need some Guile theme music here. Matrix has got nothing on us, okay? So there was a time where we had 2 red years of the Bitcoin dominance. But this was a Bitcoin halving year, by the way. This was January 2016, and then we had the big Walloper move. So this was 1, and we have this. So, man, you just never know, friends. We might actually have, I see this one is still green. So we'll see what actually happens, right? We'll see what happens. We might find by the end of this year, it like comes back to a bit of a doji, and then maybe next year actually finishes red. Right, I'm telling you, I'm just friends, look, too many people in crypto, they're so sure of how they think things are going to play out, right? They're so sure of like, you know, Bitcoin has to go up. Altcoins have to go this. They have to do that. Like it just, come on, bro. Like markets, everybody sets themselves up for how they think is going to play out, and then it doesn't play out like that, right? So it's of my belief, and we all feel it too, people are going to buy Bitcoin way too early. And friends, you just don't know, man. Like, I know I'm going to shock you. Like, we could see Bitcoin dominance shit bed later. Yeah, could shit the bed later, friends, when Bitcoin treasuries capitulate. They're just like dumping Bitcoin, which is it seems unheard of now, because we're like, man, if Bitcoin drops like 1%, everything else is dropping 10%. I know we're like, it's like built into our brain, but you just don't know, man. Because look, friends, the thing is, man, trust me, I know the same thing too. I'm like, man, I never want to trust an altcoin ever again. You just want to shake this fluffy microphone, but you forget that's like it's so fluffy and nice and soft. But this has just brought so many strong hands to altcoins, man. So many strong hands. Like, friends, you got to think about this, right? If you're still holding altcoins with me, you are impenetrable. Okay? Nothing's going to get through you. Nothing. I mean, they could use you as contraception. May as well package you up. Nothing's going to get through you. You held 4.5 years. Bitcoin dominance, 4 years up only. Michael Saylor leverage buying BTC. Every single person saying altcoins are scam, altcoins are poop. Think about that, friend. You still didn't give up. You didn't give up when SEC chairman, Garbage Gensler, the semen demon himself, you know, with his clown nose, honk honk, when he kept saying, you're all securities. Nothing, you know? So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a nice, smooth sailing ride from here. It just tells me like the path to expensive, it glides there. It has to. Like who else is left, bro? Friend, do you know a single weak hand left in altcoins now? You're like, I'll wait forever. You have waited forever, by the way. Waiting 4 years with me. You know, there are ramifications for this in price action. Now you might say to me, but Sommi, Bitcoin has strong holders too. No, they don't. No, they don't. Going up only invites weak hands. It does not invite strong hands. Okay? I mean, case in point, you're seeing the thousands of BTC being dumped on in the background anyway. Do you get it? So this has to resolve itself somehow. We don't know how exactly. If you didn't know how, you just go all in, right? But it has to resolve itself at some point. This is the weekly chart of XRP. Why it's just interesting for me to watch, friends. See this line here? Blockchain backer's getting out everything here pretty much, okay? He's getting out everything here. So I'm wondering, right, what happens if, okay, because he thinks, you know, it's going up there, okay? I'm thinking, bro, what if you hit the $4.30, you poke up to $5, and then the next crash, you're back down to $3.20. What then? Are you going to get out? I'm interested, right? I'm interested, but what I kind of feel is the narrative will shift from everyone going like, oh, wow, it's not following the past cycles. That's what I think is going to happen. And then just why I'm telling you this is remind yourself of this, because it's interesting what people do when our price targets haven't hit, okay? So it's just something to watch, okay? Because what I've noticed is, this is what I've noticed, not just with BCB, but everyone else. A lot of people, they go, oh, the cycle's over soon. And then you go ask them what coins they're in. It's because their coins are just look like they're gliding up. So everyone thinks their coin's going to do like a quick 10x by itself. They click sell in about 48 days and they walk away and they call all of us losers. They think everyone's going to do that. We can't do that, okay? There's not enough money and basically market cap juice to do that in such a short amount of time. So we'll be waiting and seeing how that resolves. Now, friends, as you know, my PC is fully bricked. Here we have right here. I'm working as fast as I can to restore. Windows is racist. The July month is in here. It was a Pulse Chain news video update. What's going on there? So, of course, the price is still poop. Nothing else really we can do much about that, friends. But I wanted to just show you, like, the trades are still on. Everything is still on. This is PulseX. I mean, this lively, nice, cute picture imagery for you. This is PulseX, friends. A 50x would put it at about 10x sack price. I hope it's higher. I just say 50x, whatever. I hope it goes higher than that. It's got the buy and burn. We've seen all the Binance hints. Are they going to list? Aren't they not going to list? What's happening? Is something going to happen? Nothing going to happen? Look, all the answers come. Give us Ethereum above 4,000. Okay, you give Ethereum above 4,000, stuff just starts coming. Richard streams. Maybe CZ tweets about Richard Hart. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just stuff comes out where it's like, oh my gosh, did you just see what happened? That type of stuff, right? That only comes after the big, powerful green candles, right? And you can't guess them. You don't know what they're going to be. And everyone's always going to get fooled again. They're going to, oh, the narrative. What about the narrative? Do you believe the narrative? Well, yeah, it's got nothing to do with the narrative, bro. It's literally all the weekends are out. Someone's just going to come in, smack the offer. Well, when you smack the offer, it means you're buying, you're hitting into the offer, hitting market. And then Bob's your uncle, okay? Remember, PulseX is deflationary and becoming more scarce over time. It's got no inflation. Hopefully we do go crank up. Oh, well, you know, we might also ask friends, when are we going to move up? When are we going to move up? Well, we moved up at the end of last cycle. But yeah, also Ethereum's been super weak. So we'll see. And I just want to leave you with this, friends. I mean, like, not only am I going to, actually, you know what? Play some Matrix music as well because the Matrix really is attacking me, friends. So it's been very tough. Okay, what do? You know, is it because I took all the pills? Okay, they said red pill, blue pill. I was like, brother, I know you got more in your back pocket. All right, so so let me talk to you about different pills. I've also taken the orange pill. BTC. As you can see, everyone is underexposed to altcoins. So this is my friend Plebitar. Actually, shouldn't call him my friend. He's a bit of a CUNT. You know, he doesn't follow me or anything. But he's a Bitcoin Maxi, and he's one of those really super spicy guys. He's like, oh, I'm spicy. Raul Powell, I'm spicy. It's just really, really spicy. But just let me tell you, just show you this, okay? Look, he goes, can we just appreciate how Raul Powell came back this cycle with the don't truck this up campaign, which was to diversify into a basket of poop coins and NFTs instead of just buying Bitcoin itself. So if you notice, friends, he put the Bitcoin dominance chart. And then your friend Sommi replies with, stop being a pussy and show the full chart. You see that? Bitcoin dominance, friends. So remember, I've just told you, friends, that it's just funny, like, everyone's got a bias, bro. You know, why I'm showing you this is because Bitcoin went up only, people on the sidelines or people getting wrecked like everyone else, you probably think, oh, they have all the answers. They're always going to be correct. And no, what I'm telling you, bro, is see how dumb they look when I show you this chart? See, friends, the best they can do is to screenshot this, dude. So that's why I ask you, okay? Are you on the hotel bed or are you on the hotel cuck chair? Which one? Okay. If you're in the hotel bed, you're a red arrow guy. If you're in the cuck chair, you're zooming in here, calling this a victory. I mean, you saw it right there, friends. They're underexposed. Just to tell you, like, that's the best example I gave you, man. Just imagine you hated the color red and you're in a Ferrari shop. You hate the color red more than anything. Okay. Red, you're like, ugh. And there's only one blue Ferrari left. Yeah, the red one's 500,000, but the blue one, there's only one left. And a guy's already ordered the blue one, and he doesn't want to give it to you. And imagine you said, listen, man, I've got something against the color red. I'm going to bid you $5 million for this blue Ferrari because I hate the color red so much. Okay, effectively what you're doing is you're overpaying on the market irrationally. Okay. And you think because you've paid $5 million for that blue Ferrari, you're like, you know what, sweet, I own it. Yeah, but, you know, eventually the sugar rush is going to go away. You're going to wake up and you're going to realize that's not a lady you slept with. It's Thailand, baby. Okay? Adam's apple's still there. You wake up, you smell the roses. It smells like hairy armpits. So once you finally wake up to that, you realize, oh my gosh, I've been overpaying for this asset. Like I said, it's very obvious to see with this Ferrari example, friends. Same thing in crypto, yeah. All these people, when they do leverage and they selling their equity to go buy BTC, they're doing the exact same thing. They're basically saying, I don't care how low the ETH BTC ratio is. I don't care how high the Bitcoin dominance is. I don't care that my friend Sommi wearing a Viking hat and tweaking his own nipples whilst being pegged. I don't care that he says altcoins are Bitcoin's infrastructure. I don't care that Bitcoin has no technology and all the cypherpunks are on Ethereum and EVM and Pulse Chain and everything else. Okay, I don't care that, you know, over and over again, you're basically saying, I don't care. I'm paying a premium. And you know what? The premium works until it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Okay, eventually this thing turns and then you look like a genius, okay? You only got to get this right once, friends. You know, look at this chart, by the way. Like, Isn't it funny, man? These people are like literally zooming into this. And like, bro, just, I'm telling you, I'm calling them out. Show the full chart. Show the full chart. Do you want to know what's funny with the Bitcoin maxis? Whenever they show Bitcoin returns, they always start from 2009 when no one bought it. Yeah, to make the chart look amazing. If you look, let me just show you right now. Look, I'm going to keep it very family friendly, okay? If you, look at this, I'll show you the chart they show you. Look at this. See how Bitcoin looks like it's up only since forever? Yeah, but you didn't know about Bitcoin here, bro. Most of the time, you only knew about Bitcoin. Most of you came in 2021. That's the Bitcoin chart. You're like, wow, this looks like it mildly goes up. You see that? Wow. I mean, check this out, bro. You're up 3x. And that's a huge 3x, by the way. That's a 4-year 3x. See what I mean? That's your log chart. Okay? So none of these friends makes any sense until after the price is done. You know, so that's what's going to happen, right? Price will move. I get heaps of subscribers and followers. People build the reputation and street cred, but by then you've missed it, bro. Who cares about that? So, yeah, unfortunately, that's the tragedy of the masses, okay? We're more likely to find KOLs with big numbers of followers because what they're saying is working, but what that means is like the price is becoming more expensive and it's pricing that thing in, okay? But it's very unfortunate, right? Because what do? Like there's a sea of 100 people with an idea. You don't know which one's going to hit. That's why it's all a matter of a belief. And I mean, like, come on, bro. They bought JPEGs and dog coins last cycle. You know what I mean? We got a bit of a mania coming. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.